Hi there and welcome back to the channel, or if this is your first video, hi, welcome, thank you so much for joining me. If you don't know me, my name is Anna, I'm an opera singer and I'm also a trained life coach. This channel is a safe space. Over here we talk all things coaching, all things personal growth and all things mental health, and we also discuss predatory behavior on social media in the name of coaching. This is now the third video in my series on predatory behavior on social media, and I do not see an end in sight because this kind of behavior in the name of coaching is everywhere. In this series, we talk about the slimy, manipulative, predatory sales tactics, how they contribute to the rampant spreading of misinformation on the internet, put people at risk, and give coaching a bad rap. As always, my intention isn't to call anybody out, but just to arm you with information so that you can spot the red flags and avoid being manipulated out there. As I mentioned, I have 2 videos in this series already where I focused in on health and wellness coaches and on spiritual coaches, and those videos are linked here if you'd like to go back and watch them. And the predatory coach of the week is business coaches. There is so much to talk about when it comes to our predatory biz coaches, and I've really tried my best to break it down into 2 main pillars of influence like I did for spiritual coaches. With spiritual coaches, we had spiritually enlightened jargon and spiritual gaslighting, and both of those encompassed a whole range of manipulative behaviors. When it comes to our predatory biz coaches, in my analysis, I've broken it down into lifestyle and income claim marketing and high pressure sales and manipulation. Now here comes my usual caveat that I have absolutely nothing against ethical business coaches and business coaching, quite the opposite. What I'm against is the predatory sales tactics used by some in order to manipulate you into following and spending lots of your money on them and their services. So let's start again by talking about what ethical business coaching is all about and what an ethical business coach might typically do. An ethical business coach will likely have some sort of strong foundation in business, for example, having studied it at a tertiary level or perhaps personal business experience. Importantly though, they are also well equipped as a coach and have strong coaching skills and not only business experience. When I talked about spiritual coaching, I explained that of all the different kinds of coaching out there, that spiritual coaching is the least outer results focused. Well, business coaching is probably at the other end of that spectrum and is one of the most outer results focused. People hire a business coach in order to take their business to the next level. So the business doing well or improving really is the measure of success here. So it's very much outer results focused. As always, the coaching starts with you. You are the leader of your business. You are steering that ship. So whatever's going on in here and in here is showing up in the success of your business. You can be sure about that. So definitely some inner work, uncovering blocks that might be getting in your, aka your business's way. Values work, purpose, mission, and how all of those things relate to your business. So essentially, leadership development. That's you. It's not all about the inner work though. Decision making and time management, goal setting and creating action plans specific to the needs of your business. Efficiency and accountability. They'll likely work with you on business models and strategy, and financials like profitability and budgeting. If you have staff already and would like to improve their morale and their enthusiasm to make sure that your business is functioning well from top to bottom, then there would likely be a focus on team building and communication. Importantly, a business coach is not a mentor, a consultant, or a teacher, and they're not there to teach Business 101 or look at processes within the company and offer direct solutions, personal experience, or advice. A coach, as distinct from these other roles, works with clients on building their own path rather than handing them solutions. Now, having said that, business coaching, just in its very nature, does call for a certain level of advice, which demands a high level of expertise. And many coaches may offer a blend of coaching, consulting, and mentorship in their package because of this extensive expertise, and that's certainly of benefit to you, the client. Others might stick purely to coaching and draw purely upon their experience of building their coaching practice without having had prior expertise. And this can make them particularly relatable to people in a similar position who are also building a business from scratch without any prior expertise. A business coach is not there to teach you a one-size-fits-all guaranteed success system, constantly upsell you on never-ending trainings, courses, and masterclasses, and promise you a certain income level if you work with them. And that leads us very nicely into the first pillar of the predatory biz coach, which is lifestyle and income claim marketing. Have you ever seen those videos on social media of business coaches flexing their luxe lifestyle? expensive cars, luxury holidays, designer clothes and bags, flying first class, and the caption reads something like, "Things rich people won't tell you, but I will," or "millionaire cheat code." Or maybe it's a rags to riches story, a story of going from broke to millions in an insanely short space of time, and light on the details on how those riches were actually made. Or maybe it's a girl blissed out on a beach and the caption reads, "POV, you finally quit your 9 to 5, built your dream business, and now the office is wherever you want it to be. DM freedom and I'll show you exactly how." This is called lifestyle or aspirational marketing, and it's all about selling the dream. It's about making you admire and aspire to be like them so that you want to learn how they did it. This one taps into our desire for wealth, success, and freedom and causes us to emotionally impulse buy based on desire rather than on logic. With lifestyle marketing, we're selling exactly that, a desirable lifestyle rather than any actual skill set or service. In many cases, though, this lifestyle is paid for by their selling revenue rather than any actual business success, from the money they make from selling you a course on how to make money. Rented cars, private jet studios designed just so that people can take photos to flex online, clothes and bags purchased for a post and then returned, and debt. Lots and lots of debt. Lifestyle and aspirational marketing works because it makes us emotionally suggestible and because human nature is to over-compare ourselves to what we see online. This kind of marketing is not to be trusted whatsoever though, because it's either faked, the creator has had to go into debt in order to curate these posts, or the lifestyle is being paid for by you buying into the illusion. All of which is the opposite of what we want to be seeing from a business coach. Let's add something to the caption now. POV, you just hit your first 100K month and now making 7 figures feels normal. DM millions and I'll show you exactly how to scale to 1 million plus a year. Income claim marketing, another very effective yet highly deceptive tactic used by our predatory biz coaches. Income claim marketing actually isn't at all isolated to business coaches. We see it all over the place, including spiritual coaches. Light language to take your business to 7 figures. However, predatory business coaches are definitely some of the main offenders for this one just because of income's relevancy to business. Selling an illusion of guaranteed wealth rather than a realistic path to success. It's effective, of course, because like aspirational marketing, it preys on our desire for wealth, financial freedom, but also financial anxiety and a desire for quick results, which is exactly what's being promised. Enormous success fast. Now, again, nothing is stopping someone from throwing around crazy statements like 10K months and 7-figure years on the internet. You can say that, I can say that, and no one is policing it. So chances are it's completely fabricated. If it's not though, and there really are people making the kind of money they're claiming to, it's highly likely that what they're referencing is gross revenue rather than profit. So what they're actually left with at the end of the day is significantly less than what they're alleging. Or again, it's money made from selling coaching and selling strategy, and not from any actual success from the business strategies themselves that they claim guarantee success and that they claim to be teaching. There's a big difference between selling coaching and actually coaching. Maybe if you DM the code word, they're going to send you the guaranteed success playbook or blueprint. Maybe they're offering for you to steal their system in order for you to get to 8 figures. Or maybe they're going to teach you the step-by-step in their low-cost or even free masterclass. Welcome to the upsell funnel. Spoiler alert, that free masterclass is not to give you the blueprint, it's to trap you into a sales call, or at least to tell you where the true success lives. And that's in the $2,000 program that they only open for enrollment twice a year, and that they only take people who truly want success and are serious about their future. And that just so happens to be open for enrollment right now. And they just so happen to only have 1 spot left. So do you really want success? Pillar 2, high pressure sales and manipulation. This one is fundamental to the predatory business coach. Like, if you're not guilting and shaming people into your high cost program, are you even a successful biz coach? High pressure sales tactics 101, fake scarcity and FOMO. Only 3 spots left, enrollment ending soon, I only work with action takers, I only work with people who are serious about their success. used to make the coach in their program sound elite and highly sought after. Time's running out to get on board. Time isn't running out, okay? The time to sign up and get on board is any and all times if you are willing to pay the thousands of dollars that this program costs. In fact, if you're ready to pay, I'll bet that they'll be open for enrollment an extra day. And they'll even magically find an extra spot for you, out of the goodness of their hearts, of course, because they can see that you're an action taker and they want success for you. Let's not forget about emotional pressure, gaslighting, and guilt tripping though. How about the person who hesitates, who wants success but isn't sure that they can afford the price tag? I don't want you to regret not investing in yourself. Or how about, I was in your position too. I had nothing once. How do you think I made it to where I am today? I want to help you change your life, but you need to really want it. Otherwise, I can't help you. But all this false empathy is tiring. And your poor ass is starting to really frustrate me now with your hesitation to buy my program and pay me money. Listen, if you really wanted success, you'd find the money. I guess you're not as serious as you say you are, and I don't work with fakers. Predatory business coaches guilt and shame vulnerable people into maxing out credit cards, selling their property, and going into debt in order to pay for their coaching. Pushing the narrative that you must invest in yourself if you want to be successful, even if it means getting into financial trouble or going without basic necessities. Now, does this make logical sense coming from a business coach? The person who's supposed to be financially literate and savvy? The so-called millionaire encouraging people to go into major debt in order to pay for coaching? ? I don't think so. The way to have $1 million is not to spend $1 million, and anyone who's actually ever done so will, I'm sure, attest to that. Yes, sure, investing in your business is necessary in order for it to succeed, but no ethical coach is going to encourage you to sell your furniture or max out a credit card in order to do so. That sounds like a very poor business choice. Now, how about once you're in the program and you're sort of kind of finding that it's a load of rubbish and that nothing is happening? Well, this is where your mindset and the gaslighting around it is likely to make an appearance. If you're dissatisfied with the program, then you probably need to take a look at your mindset and not the faults with the coaching. Working on mindset is absolutely legitimate in ethical coaching, but it will never be used as a weapon against you. And unfortunately, mindset is an incredibly easy gaslighting and manipulation weapon. Anything and everything that you experience legitimately and that's inconvenient to the predatory biz coach can and will be attributed to your mindset. Here again, we see extremely culty tactics. Your negative experience in the program is your responsibility, not the coach's. And since they've positioned themselves as the authority with their aspirational lifestyle and income claim marketing and high pressure sales and manipulation tactics, you're inclined to believe them and question your own experience and blame yourself for your poor mindset. What about that success that they guarantee in their marketing and convince you to spend all your money for? Well, be sure to read the terms and conditions, folks, because that's where they're going to say what they really mean, and it's likely the exact opposite. Coaching contracts are normal, and an ethical business coach, or any ethical coach for that matter, will likely ask you to sign one. This is where the fee is agreed upon, refund policy, cancellation policy, how many sessions are included in the package and for how long, etc., etc. Just as an ethical coach will not pressure you into buying their package with high pressure sales tactics like fake scarcity and manipulation, nor will they pressure you to sign a contract without taking time to read it and be happy with it first. They also won't make guarantees in one space in order to make a sale and then refute them entirely in their terms and conditions. Story time. I received an ad on Insta recently for a business coaching program promising to make me $10,000 a month and also guaranteeing me that if I make this investment in myself, that it will pay off. It also advertised a 30-day money-back guarantee, no questions asked. I was curious, so I clicked on Learn More and scrolled through the offer on the website. Eventually, after what felt like an eternity of scrolling, I finally got to the bottom of the page and found a small link to the T's and C's. Well, let me tell you what I found there. A host of problematic statements, but 4 that really stood out to me. Firstly, that I as the client understand that the program offers 0 guarantees of success and that my success depends entirely on what I make of it. Now, this statement in and of itself wouldn't be a problem were it not for the use of the word guarantee in virtually all their marketing. So basically, we guarantee success when we're trying to close a sale, but after payment is received, then it's on you. Second, that 30-day money-back guarantee, no questions asked. Wait, you got that from what I said? No. What I meant was 14-day conditional money-back non-guarantee with lots of questions asked. Meaning you must formally apply for a refund within 14 days of purchasing this multiple-week program, at which point we will schedule a call with you to discuss your grounds for wanting a refund, which we can choose to approve or reject. And then if we choose to approve your refund, then we have 30 days to return your money, less a significant cancellation fee. So sorry you misunderstood. Next, as well as signing away any rights to confront us about any damages or losses, injuries or illnesses incurred as a result of the program, you also agree to assist in our defense if anyone does decide to take us to court by testifying on our behalf, providing documents or evidence free of charge. You also agree that anything you say can be copied and pasted without your permission and used as a testimonial for our advertising, including social media, email, or otherwise. And finally, you agree that if you say anything negative about the program, its contents, or its leaders, you will be immediately removed without refund. Now, why would anybody need to say that in their terms and conditions unless there was shady stuff going on? Is customer and client feedback not the backbone of successful coaching and successful business in general? Client and customer surveys, feedback and satisfaction forms to find out how we can improve, what can we do better? Imagine for a second an educational institution, a store, a bank, whatever, threatening to throw out paying clients for saying something negative about their product or service. It defies logic, and it's something we generally only see from cults or from these programs offered by predatory coaches. And how about that refund policy? Could not be further from the advertised 30-day money-back guarantee, no questions asked. This program is several weeks long, but you only have 14 days to decide if you want a refund. How can anyone possibly get a true sense of the contents of the program within 2 weeks of purchasing? You can't. That's the point. You would barely have begun, if at all. And the fact that you need to plead your case for a refund on a call, that's just a beautiful opportunity to use high pressure and manipulation to talk you out of it. I'll bet my bottom dollar that ain't nobody getting their refund approved, and the time they take to consider it is all for show. Read the terms and conditions. As I said, that's where they'll tell you how they really feel. Look out for contract traps and a lack of transparency, some more hallmarks of the predatory business coach, tricky refund policies, or long-term contracts that are difficult, if not impossible, to escape. And those glowing testimonials and reviews that make you feel like this coach or this program is someone or something that you can trust. Is it well-rounded? And does it read like a legitimate review? Or does it read like it's been copy-pasted from somewhere and taken out of context? Are they a legitimate source and previous client? Did they maybe succeed on their own merit or in another way? Or maybe even in spite of the program? But the coach is still using their story and their posts as a testimonial and success story of their program because this person signed away the right for them to do that unawares when they signed the contract. As I said, that person's success might have nothing to do with the program and might even be in spite of it. It's very similar to a weight loss MLM continuing to use someone's before and after photos, A, long after they've left the MLM, and B, when they wouldn't even attribute their weight loss to the MLM's supplement. But I digress. MLMs are a topic for another video. In conclusion, my friends, next time you see a business coach flexing on socials or telling you that you can make money beyond your wildest dreams if you work with them or even take their free training, consider the possibility that the car is rented, that the clothes are returned, and the private jet is literally a studio that you can rent by the hour specifically for the purpose of taking photos to flex on socials. Consider the possibility that they've gone into debt in order to curate this online luxe life, or that if it's all real, that it's all being paid for by selling this dream and not any legitimate service or skill set. A free masterclass may sound harmless and appealing, even generous, but it's highly likely that you're going to be sucked into an upsell funnel and manipulated and pressured into buying. Read the terms and conditions before signing anything. A one-size-fits-all success system doesn't exist, and if it did, If someone really came up with a great idea to make themselves tons of money, do you really think that they'd want you to have it? Do you think they'd want to saturate the market so that there's less money for them to make? Do you think they'd pay for ads in order to offer you a free masterclass? It defies logic. Ethical business coaching can be enormously beneficial and can be an excellent investment in you and your business if it's coming from an ethical source. I threw the questions I had about business coaching out to colleagues I've studied with who've niched as business coaches, and all of them have extensive business expertise, degrees, experience building successful businesses, etc., and continue to educate themselves so that they can best serve their clients. Some had less expertise in business and instead drew upon their experience of building their coaching practice in order to assist their clients, but what they did have, again, was extensive expertise as a coach. None of them sell a one-size-fits-all guaranteed success system. None of them promise overnight success, and all agreed that the number one priority is transparency. What they are and what they are not, what they can offer and what they cannot. In these videos, it inevitably comes back to critical thinking. Ask questions, do your research, and if something feels off, it probably is. Don't be fooled by the illusion of the dream, and don't get sucked into the upsell funnel. Ethical business coaches will always be willing to answer your questions transparently because it has to be a good fit for you. No ethical coach will use your mindset as a way to skirt responsibility and position themselves as the authority. The coach isn't the authority, you are. And with that, that is all I have for you today. I hope this resonated and I really hope it was helpful. If you like this kind of thing and you want to see more videos like this, please consider liking and subscribing, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss an upload from me. If you have any thoughts on this video, please leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. If you're here, you're in a safe space. Please know that I believe in you and I believe in your infinite potential to go out into the world and shine. Until next time.